Hey everyone! Welcome to Sold Out Online. I'm glad you're here today. Okay, can you tell me where this music is from? We're at Disneyland! Ta-da! So we're not really at Disneyland, but that music was from Disneyland, and since I really would like to be there right now, I decided I would surround myself in all things Disney. And for those of you who are Avenger fans, you'll appreciate the ears my friend made for me, my Mickey ears. So, for the next few minutes, hang out with me in my Strumka Disneyland fantasy. And to start us off today, I'm actually going to give you another joke. Micah loved the joke so much that I'm going to give you another one, all right? So, here it is. Why didn't they play cards on the ark? That's your question, okay? That's the joke. Why didn't they play cards on the ark? So text me your right answer or text me your wrong answer. And either way, I will put you in the drawing for the $50 just for texting me an answer. And next time we'll start off by giving you the correct answer to the joke, okay? Cool. So last week when we got together, we talked about the John Waller song, Dead Man Walking, and we read some scripture that went with that from Galatians chapter 2, and we talked about what's it mean to be crucified with Christ. Well, crucified with Christ means that it's no longer me and my desires and what I want and what I need and what I think should happen, but instead I say, God, what do you want for me? God, what are your desires for me? How can I follow you? And funny, when we crucify ourselves with Christ, we actually get the biggest blessing of all because God knows exactly what we want and need. So it's death to self, but really when we have death to self, we're really gaining life with Christ, which is what we want. That's when we're going to be the happiest, the most content, the most fulfilled, and our life is going to turn out the best. So today I want to talk about a little card that you got a couple weeks back. It looks something like this. Keep the faith. And on this card, you were going to write down, or you did write down, an area of your life that you need to really be working on keeping the faith. So I want to look at a scripture verse in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 24. Spall wrote this, of course, and it says this: "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? So run in such a way to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get the crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever." That is awesome. So if you go back, it says, run the race in such a way to get the prize. And everyone who competes goes into strict training. I don't know if you guys have ever been in track. If you've ever watched the Olympics, that's my extent of track, is watching the Olympics, which are not on this year, got moved to 2021. Can you believe that? Anyhow, those people run amazing and fast and so good because they've been in strict training. And that's exactly how we're supposed to keep the faith. We have to go in strict training to keep the faith so that we can stick with it. When times are hard and tough, we still continue with strict training, running the race of life so that we can get the prize, which ultimately is eternity with Jesus. But right now we can win the prize of peace and hope and no anxiety, no worry. God has so much for us today if we'll just keep the faith. And Paul did that, and that's an amazing thing. And he gives us incredible examples of how he ran the race of life and stuck with it. He kept the faith, and he came out successful on the other end. So here's your assignment or your mission for today, if you so choose to accept it. You are going to look up, we'll have Mickey and Minnie help hold it here, Philippians 3, 12 through 14. And what I want you to do is look up this scripture verse. This happens to be one of Mr. Ross's favorite scriptures. Look it up and then write down, how can this scripture help you keep the faith? how can you persevere and run the race of life well? So, look it up, do it, good luck. And our key word today is actually 3. It's keep the faith, all right? So, I hope to see you all tomorrow for Pastor Paul's Deep Dive Bible Study and for Worship Online. Remember, keep saving these. Every time you turn one of these in at the end, and every time you text a keyword, you get your name into the drawing for $50. And today, with our joke, you can get an extra entry. So, I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. We won't be in Disneyland anymore, but I think we have something pretty cool planned. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week. See ya.